And joining me on WION Newsroom is Adya Juneja, who will give us all the insights from business, Nikita Singh, who will give us the buzz from technology, and Athira Shashidharan, who will get us all the updates from the world of sports. Let's start with Adya, who will get us all the updates for markets. Adya, over to you.
Thank you, Shivan. Global markets are back in motion after a tense few weeks. Global shares rallied as investors cheered signs of progress to end the historic 40-day US government shutdown. Now, the Senate has advanced a bill to reopen federal operations, boosting sentiment across major indices. Nasdaq futures jumped 1.2%, the S&P 500 gained 0.7%, and Europe's stocks 50 rose over 1%. Now, the dollar steadied and treasury yields inched higher as traders priced in a 63% chance of a December Fed rate cut. Now, analysts warn that even if the deal passes, the economic damage from the record shutdown, especially lost paychecks and delayed data, will linger through the fourth quarter. Now, even as lawmakers inch towards the deal, the impact is already visible in America's skies. The US air travel crisis worsened over the weekend, with more than 2,800 flights cancelled and over 10,000 delayed on Sunday. Now, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warned that it's only going to get worse ahead of Thanksgiving, as unpaid air traffic controllers retire in record numbers. The FAA has ordered airlines to cut up to 10% of daily flights by mid-November to maintain the safety. The industry group Airlines for America says over 4 million passengers have already been affected, with the potential economic hit of up to $580 million a day if the crisis continues. From the air turbulence in the US to a quick revival in China's fintech skies, China's internet platforms are quietly ramping up consumer lending again after years of regulatory clampdown. A&T Group and Tencent-backed WeBank are among those expanding cautiously as authorities now prioritize consumption over control. UBS expects online lending to jump 7.6% in 2025 to 5.4 trillion yuan, with profits rising nearly 10% this year. But rising defaults remain a worry. Bad consumer loans surged 190% year-on-year in 2025. Analysts say Beijing could tighten rules again if financial risks reappear. Well, in Japan, the policy debate is heating up too, but in the opposite direction. A top Japanese economist has urged the Bank of Japan to hold off on another rate hike in December, warning it could derail the fragile recovery. Takuji Aida, soon to join Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's economic panel, told Nikkei that the BOJ should wait until January before tightening again. Japan's economy is likely to contract in the last quarter, and the government is preparing major fiscal spending to offset rising living costs. Analysts see rates gradually reaching 2% by 2028 if growth stabilizes. Well, that's a wrap from the world of business. Now for all the tech updates, it's over to you, Nikita.
Thanks so much, Adya. First up, Apple is expanding its satellite connectivity features beyond emergency texts and roadside assistance. Now, according to Bloomberg's report, the company is developing new capabilities like an API for app developers, offline Apple Maps, navigation, and photo sharing through satellite. Now, the report says that Apple is working with its satellite partner Globalstar to upgrade infrastructure, with Apple helping fund the expansion. The basic features will be free, while advanced services could come at an additional cost through mobile carriers. Next up, Jeff Bezos' space company Blue Origin scrubbed the second launch of its New Glenn mega rocket planned for Sunday afternoon due to concerns with weather, a few minor problems with launch pad equipment, and at least one cruise ship that strayed too close to the flight path. Now, the company said late Sunday that it will take another go at launching New Glenn's second mission on Wednesday, November 12th. Now, New Glenn successfully reached orbit during its first launch in January, but the booster exploded before it could land on a drone ship in the ocean. And lastly, YouTube TV is offering subscribers a $20 credit after Disney channels, including ESPN and ABC, were pulled from the platform over a pricing dispute. The channels went dark on October 31st after negotiations between YouTube and Disney stalled. YouTube confirmed that the credit will be applied to users' next billing cycle, with email instructions now being sent out. The company says Disney networks will return within hours once a deal is reached. Now, the subscription TV service's last dispute with Disney was in 2022, leading YouTube TV to offer customers a $15 credit after Disney programming was removed for a day. Well, that's it from the world of tech. Now, my colleague Athra would be taking you through some sports updates across the world. Over to you, Athra.
Thank you so much, Nikita, for all the tech updates. Now let's look at the top sports stories we're tracking for you at this hour. We'll start with football first. Pep Guardiola celebrated his 100th game as a manager with a win against Liverpool. Manchester City thrashed the Reds 3-0 at the Etihad Stadium in the English Premier League. Erling Haaland, Nico Gonzalez and Jamie Doku were all on the score sheet. The 3 points moved City above Chelsea and into the second spot in the points table. They are now only 4 behind leaders Arsenal. The defeat dealt a serious blow to Liverpool's hopes of retaining their title. This was a 5th loss in 6 games for them. Over in tennis now, Carlos Alcaraz has moved a step closer to the year-end world #1 ranking with a victory over Alex de Minaur. The 6-time Grand Slam champion won his opening group match 7-6, 6-2 in an hour and 40 minutes. Alcaraz is making his 3rd appearance at the season-ending tournament, but he has never reached the final before. He withdrew injured in 2022, lost in the semi-finals on debut in 2023 and failed to qualify from the group last year. Alcaraz is battling rival Yannick Sinner for the top ranking. Over to Formula 1 now. McLaren's Lando Norris has won the Brazilian Grand Prix to stretch his lead to 24 points. Norris who had also won the Saturday sprint race, started from the pole position. This was Norris's 2nd consecutive victory. Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli hung in for a career-best 2nd place. Max Verstappen finished 3rd right behind Antonelli after starting from the pit lanes and suffering an early puncture. Over in basketball now, the legendary basketball player and coach Lenny Wilkens has died at the age of 88. His family announced the news but did not reveal the cause of death. Wilkens was one of the few people who was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame both as a player and as a coach. A 9-time All-Star point guard during his career from 1960 to 1975, he was inducted as a player in 1989 and as coach in 1998. He led the Seattle Supersonics to the 1979 NBA championship and retired after the 2004-2005 season with a then record of 1,332 coaching victories. Well, with that, we have come to the end of the sports segment. It's back to you, Shivan.
Thanks so much, Athra, and thank you to all my other colleagues, Nikita and Adya, for getting us all those updates. That was WION's Newsroom.